I'm the Penguin. Hey, I'm just a guy trying to get through the world. I'm a funny guy. I'm a funny guy.
Oz, it's your strength. Oz, when it drives you.
Or maybe not. Maybe not. Holy crap! This show was good. Wow, I don't think anybody expected how much of a masterpiece this show is. Oh my god. And it's not just because it's based in the Batman universe and everything, but the Penguin is definitely one of the best superhero TV shows I have seen in a long time, and possibly my favorite TV show of the year. Obviously there's still stuff to come out, so that could change in the next couple of months, but wow, what a show. The cast, the production design, the writing, the directing, everything was just... Right, Colin Farrell as the Penguin. We knew he was going to be good. Colin Farrell is an A-star actor. He is brilliant, and he completely immerses himself in those prosthetics and as Oz Cobb. And to be honest, I've kind of got used to the name. I know a lot of people prefer Oswald Cobblepot, but Oz Cobb, I do kind of like it. But he was absolutely incredible. Hands down, one of the best supervillain or villain, comic book villain performances in a while, I have to say. And this is how you do a sort of dissection of a villain without doing the whole, oh, but they're actually an anti-hero, they're a lovely person, and, there's a heart of gold in there. Yes, we might have thought that throughout the episodes, but by the time we get to the end, this man is a massive piece of shit. He is horrible. He's slimy. And that's what makes me love this show even more, because it kind of exceeded my expectations in terms of where we were going to find Oz from the beginning to the end of the series. And he is fully now the Penguin we know in the comic books and other TV shows and films and everything. He is the Penguin now. And I love this idea that what the whole show is actually about behind the Penguin and the other characters is that it's about getting rid of the gangs in Gotham, and the villains take over now. These absolute psychotic villains take over, get rid of the old ways of gangs and mobsters and everything. The villains are taking over the asylum now, and that asylum is Gotham City. And I just have to say, Gotham looked incredible in this show. I'm glad they didn't batten down the hatches. Well, batten down the hatches, is that even the word? But I'm glad they didn't go, oh, let's just film in New York and use all the New York buildings. No, they kept the same designs from the Batman of Gotham, and the only difference is we're in the underbelly of the city instead of above. In the film, we're very much above Gotham, but in the Penguin show, we're in the depths, the sewers, literally, of Gotham City. But I noticed buildings that I'd seen in the first film and everything, and I'm really happy they spent a lot of money, by the looks of it, on Gotham City, because you truly immersed yourself in the city itself, and not just the characters, but the characters felt real in that city, and you get why Gotham is like this because of these gangs and everything. And to be honest, it's going to get worse, because with the Penguin now kind of at the head of the table, the supervillains they're gonna love this city. Other people in it, Sophia Falcone or Gigante, incredible. I was not expecting that. And to be honest, I have to be honest and just completely transparent, I did not expect that performance. And to be honest, I wasn't excited for the Falcone storyline. I knew it was coming. But literally from the offset of the first episode, I fell in love with this woman. And she's scary. But she's also got a really vulnerable side to her. And that's something I'm really glad they explored. She wasn't just like, I'm evil and I'm taking over my dad's business and everything. There is a vulnerability there. And Oz uses that in the first few episodes. And I'm so happy how the story panned out. And I really hope we see this character in the future, if that's in TV shows or even the mainline films. Incredible performances all round from lots of people, well casted. But I also just want to talk about Vic. Man, Vic. Jeez, he was the most human person in Gotham City, and unfortunately he got wrapped up in this world. And it was like we were looking through his POV as just a regular Joe, and walking through Gotham City and being involved with these gangsters and Oz Cobb as well. And wow, he had a heart of gold. Brilliant performance all round, and a really sad story. Obviously, in the Riddler flooding, he lost his entire family, and by the end of this film, damn man, film, TV show. Jeez, and obviously there's spoilers in this video, so I am just going to go into that. What the hell, Oz? Took out my main man, Vic. Jeez, do you know what? I'm even getting emotional talking about it, because he was a perfect person, and I really did hope he'd get out of this mess eventually. But unfortunately, Oz kills Vic in the most disturbing way possible as well, literally strangling the man. And this is a 17-year-old kid. I think we keep forgetting that this is a 17-year-old, and Oz just choked the boy out and left him to die. And the worst part is no one's going to be looking for him. No one's going to be looking for him because his entire family are gone. I'm sure the police are going to find him and be like, oh, another robbery gone wrong. Let's just throw him in an unmarked grave or whatever. And just, that's it. And what's so poetic, and I hate doing this arty-farty stuff, but I've seen it on Twitter, is that Vic ends up in the same place as his family, in the water. That's a bit of a mise en scène, that his ID ends up in the water like his family. He's forgotten. I'm going to miss Vic. I thought he would have been a brilliant addition in the next film. But obviously that's not looking like it's going to happen. But overall, I loved this show, man. And it does set up, the Batman Part 2 very well. Oz is very interested in politics in the city. The Batman is out there. And, oh, God, I hope he beats the shit into Oz. I really do. And I know he's not going to go after Oz for the death of Vic, unfortunately. Because, again, Vic is a no one, technically, and that breaks my heart, man. But I'm very, very much looking forward to part 2, because this does set it up. It does set up that Oz is at the top now, and that man in the big bat suit is coming for him. He's coming for him. But I don't think Oz is obviously the main villain of the Batman Part 2. That is going to be, I think that's going to be something way bigger. Penguin will somehow be involved in the storyline. I kind of like that's how the Penguin kind of exists in the Batman universe, because let's be honest, the Penguin's not the most interesting character in the comic books. You have characters like the Joker or the Riddler or Mr. Freeze or Scarecrow, and they're more interesting in terms of not just the aesthetics but their story and everything. This show confirms Penguin is just a massive piece of shit, and that's it. You can't change the man. He's not an anti-hero or anything. He is a horrible criminal. He knows what he's doing as well. He's very aware. Whereas Batman's rogues gallery, they can be quite complicated, like Sophia. But as soon as this shot came on, I knew what we were going to see. And it was 3:30 in the morning. I was watching this. I was like, come on. And there it is. The bat signal, man. Oh, and by the sounds of it, it's going to just lead directly into part 2, and it's going to take place at winter, because obviously we saw snow in the city and everything in the TV show towards the end. But I'm sure they're calling Batman not to do with, what's been happening in the Penguin. I think that's all been off to the side. And yeah, I do agree with people that I'm a bit shocked Batman never appeared in the show, considering what happened here. But it did feel like he was just kind of sitting back and being like, okay, the Falcone and Maroni is going to take each other out. Great. And possibly Penguin with it. It did feel a bit like that. So I think if they did do a second series of Penguin, it would be good to include Pattinson somehow as Bruce Wayne or Batman. I just felt like there was a little bit of a disconnect there. There was even no mention of, you know, a certain Cape Crusader being out there and, guys, we've got to be careful and everything. You know, I feel like that would have grounded it a little bit more into the world of the Batman. But overall, you knew it was the same world, Gotham City. This is the same Gotham City we saw in the first film. And I'm really looking forward to part 2, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Oz gets up to, because he's going to be unraveled into whatever's happening. We know that's going to happen, and I'm sure Batman's going to ask for his help in terms of finding something. But there's something I noticed, by the way, about the bat signal in the scene. It's on a different rooftop. Obviously in the first film, we saw it on a construction site, and this is directly on top of a really tall building in Gotham. So, you know, a new placement. And a lot of people are saying, you know, it looks like the Arkham logo. To be honest, it looks exactly the same as it did in the Batman and everything. But wow, I am so excited. But overall, the Penguin was fantastic, and I cannot wait to spend 8 hours and watch it all again, just straight. And I'm really looking forward to that. Definitely buying this on physical to go with the Batman collection. Yeah, what a show. Fantastic. I really hope they win all the awards next year. It's thoroughly deserved. And do I think there should be a season 2? Right now, no, but I know they're trying to figure it out because it's done extremely well. And I do find like a lot of normal, like sort of regular, casual audiences don't really know about this show. And I think word of mouth is going to help it massively, and people are going to sit down, watch the show and go, wow. But yeah, what did you think of the Penguin? I absolutely loved it. Let me know in the comments below. Would love to hear your thoughts. Let's have a discussion. Make sure you like the video. That really helps me out. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm really looking forward to the future of the Batman universe, or the Batman epic crime saga. So yeah, can't wait for this ride. Take care. I'm Batman.